Three for the Money is brought to you by the Trend Center app. This is the best tool for sports betting research. Okay. On the Trend Center app, you can test betting systems from the past 20 years, explore thousands of existing trends and systems from the top betting experts. Choose from hundreds of filters to test different systems for each sport. Save these trends and get notified when these systems have games. Download the app for free using the link in our description and get a free 2-week premium trial using the code TFTM. The normal free trial is 3 days. Kind of a big deal. Upgrade your sports betting research today. Okay, let's get into the show. Okay. We're here. We're back. It's Three for the Money. New episodes every Thursday. And it is the first full week without NFL football. And my life has definitely lacked a ton of meaning. Also structure. Football gave me just an immense amount of structure in my life. Really made the days go by pretty fast. And these days going by pretty slow. Just waiting for football. But I don't know. That's just me. Been taking a couple Trend Center plays here and there since then for college basketball, but let's check in with the guys. Sean, how you doing?
Oh, not too bad. Um, I think college basketball has definitely helped me ease into or out of the NFL a lot smoother. I've been having a blast betting on college basketball. I really started right after the Super Bowl, like getting really heavy into it. And I'd have to pull up my record, but I feel like I'm doing pretty good. Most nights I end either above or even, except for last night, which is a total disaster on my part. But yes, Chris, I'm sure you would agree.
Yeah, I mean, college basketball Saturday slate was awesome. It really kind of helped me forget. It's like, oh yeah, there's no football tomorrow. So that was nice. I've been doing pretty well in college basketball as well. I've had 4 or 5 straight winning days. Tonight's off to an all right start. We'll see how it goes, but the night is still very young. Um, yeah, Sunday was all right. I watched like an 11 a.m. college basketball game. And then after that, I was like, I feel like I've been watching college basketball for like 15 straight hours. So I took a break, watched some hockey, and it it was a good game. It was very entertaining. But around like second period, I'm like, Sunday afternoon, I'm watching fucking hockey. It didn't feel right. And then of course didn't get to see the end. Shout out WKRN for that one. But yeah, it's definitely weird. But yeah, college basketball is helping me navigate through this. Month and a half from now, we'll see. That will be the dark times, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So yeah, just focusing on college basketball, taking it one day at a time.
Hell yes. Um, I haven't been paying as much attention to college basketball. I have been taking just blindly taking the Trend Center plays. Um, Trend Center did have the Purdue upset to Ohio State on one of their trends. Was that right? Am I remembering that correctly?
Uh, they might have on. I took Ohio State because I hate Purdue. Um, Trent Center may have had it. I don't know. Um, but yeah, that game rocked because Zach Edey is the most overrated player in college basketball. So yeah,
Okay. All right. Um, yeah. My strategy for just using the money I found in my ESPN bet account for in just taking every single college basketball trend I see has not been going great. I've been kind of going overboard over it with it. Um, and it has sort of bit me a little bit. I guess it hurts when you don't really follow college basketball to blindly take all these bets. So um, that's bit me today. I only have two plays. The Trend Center play of the day, and also the play that we tweeted out, the Alabama Florida under 174, I believe. Um, but of course, you're listening to this in the future, so those are probably two winners already.
They already cashed.
Yes. But I mean, other than that, what we got rocking? I mean, football might be over, but it's definitely still talked about all the time, anyways. So, um, a lot of noise going around about if the Bears are actually going to move on from Justin Fields. And I wanted to get y'all's take on that. Like, do you think, like, since they have the first pick, this is worth trading Fields, or trade the pick, get more assets? Do you guys have a certain take on it, or?
I think that the Bears are probably going to do the dumbest thing possible. Whether you believe that is trading Justin Fields or not trading Justin Fields, both are very possible. But in the end, it is going to be the stupidest decision.
So you subscribe to whatever happens will be the dumbest?
Yeah. Whatever. I don't really have a dog in the fight, and like I don't know. Like it's very like I don't really have an opinion on it because it's very up in the air. Yeah, I could see them trading Justin Fields and I could see them keeping Justin Fields. Bears fans are making political campaigns about keeping Justin Fields, which is insane. But yeah, I think that in the end, at the end of the 2024-2025 season, whatever they do will be wrong.
I I think that's a very fair analysis. What do you think, Chris?
I mean, I essentially have the same opinion as Sean. When you first said, "What do you guys think?" My first thought was, "It doesn't matter," because it's they're gonna fuck it up. They just are, and they didn't extend Eberflus, did they? They just didn't fire him
I think so.
Uh,
because I
I
think
think.
he only has one more year left on his deal, it
Mhm.
being this year. So he's barring something ridiculous happening. Like they would have to make the playoffs for him to keep his job, correct?
Most likely.
Like, so what's the like? There's no point for keeping out for having either one. Like you're gonna fire your coach, you're gonna bring a new OC most likely. I assume they're gonna fire Pace, the GM as well. So like, what do you do? Like you picked the wrong year to keep your coach. Like you have the number one draft pick, blow it all up again, draft Caleb Williams, rebuild, and then see where that gets you. But no, I guess you draft. I don't even know. Like, I honestly don't know because I'm not as high on Caleb Williams as everyone else. I think he will be a solid NFL quarterback. I don't see him being a generational talent like Patrick Mahomes, like some people are saying. I just, it's hard to picture them being like if they had fired Eberflus, I would say, yeah, draft Caleb Williams. Let's just see what happens. But now it's like, well, what do you just trade it? Trade the number one pick and run it back with Fields, and if that doesn't work, hope you suck enough again to get at least a top 10 pick next year. Like I don't know what they're thinking.
Yeah, it is a conundrum. It's tough to think what they should do, but I but this is also the first time I've heard the take that whatever they will do does not matter because it will be wrong.
I mean, how many correct moves have they made in the last decade?
One.
Yeah,
Maybe. Yeah, no, one.
since they went to the Super Bowl and lost. how many, like, you could say, like, oh yeah, Nagy and Trubisky, they went to the where was that? The divisional round where the double doink,
Mm-hmm.
and just like ever since then, I mean, they weren't really like doing great. I mean, divisional round, I guess that's good, but no one, I don't think, really took them as serious contenders. But ever since then, they've just been in a tailspin as a franchise. So
Yes.
until they
Uh,
do something correct, it's hard for me to be like, yeah, this what they have done is the correct move. Just as they do it, I'll have to see it play out before I'm like, okay, there we go, Bears.
they I know that they've made one correct move, and that was trading last year's first overall pick to the Panthers. That was that
Yes,
was a 4D chess galaxy brain move, and they got DJ Moore, which
but
would have
see,
been good.
it was definitely a smart move. It was a good move, but I don't know if it was a smart move by the Bears or just the Panthers offering way too much for so far a quarterback who is not very good. We'll see. It's only been 1 year, but we will see. I just don't know if that's like, oh, great move by the Bears or terrible move by the Panthers because I wasn't there, so I don't know how that went down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fair. I didn't think about that one. Um, let's see. Do we do we think that
Oh,
what's up?
well, it's one more thing before we move on from Fields. I saw a quote from him today where he was like, I'm tired of talking about like trade rumors and stuff. Like, I just want it to be done. Well, maybe don't unfollow your team on Instagram. Like, that's what you're making people talk about it. He did that on purpose.
Yeah.
So you can't do that and then get pissed when people ask you about it. I just
Yeah.
saw that today and I was like, what are you thinking?
I
But that was my last thing.
I kind of hate it and don't hate it when athletes like delete everything from like their current team. It's like, okay, man, like obviously like you're upset and but you don't have to do this. It's I don't know. I feel like it's kind of a psycho move, but also like this is one of the only things that they have as like moves that they could do in sort of to show how upset they are. But
Hmm.
I don't know. I think it's whenever like someone deletes all their team stuff, it's like really
Yeah.
it
Oh,
almost
and
seems
I have no,
childish.
yeah. I mean, it is. And I don't really have an issue with him doing that. It's just like, you can't do that and then be like, why are you asking me about it? It's like,
Yeah.
well, like, what the fuck? Of course they're going to ask about it. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
um okay. Other draft cues. Do I think I think with like, you know, I mean it's no secret that we're all Titans fans here. Um just clarifying for the people, all the people that listen, all of our devoted listeners. Um do we like the position that we are in the draft, we're at 7 and there's like two stud linemen. The first three quarterbacks are going to be taken 1, 2, and 3 most likely, and then there's like three stud receivers, and Marvin Harrison Jr. is out of the picture, out of the question for us. So I did a little analysis, and it does kind of seem like it all kind of depends on what the Chargers do, because the Chargers have, I think, pick 5, if I'm remembering correctly, and it's kind of like their O line is really good when it's healthy. We'll see what they do. So and they're not going to take a quarterback. They might take a lineman or they might take a receiver, and it's like they drafted a receiver last year, and he is not that great. There's a bunch of memes about him. I remember that. I remember the memes. Um, but also they have Mike Williams and Keenan Allen still. I don't know.
I
I mean,
think
Yeah, they just cut
Yeah,
someone, didn't they?
they just cut, or they're expecting to cut Mike Williams.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, I mean, that's fair. He's always injured. I mean, everyone on that team is injured, but so it's kind of like if the Chargers pick a lineman, then it feels like we're probably going to draft a receiver. But if they draft a receiver, then we might pick up a lineman, or it really depends. Like all the other people ahead of us, their needs are obvious, glaring needs. I don't have it in front of me right now, but I remember thinking that whenever I was looking at it. But it really comes down to the Chargers, and so yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know. It's like Joe Alt, the guy from Notre Dame, and then there's one other lineman whose name escapes me. I don't think I even knew his name, but yeah, that's Will's draft analysis for this week.
Very good. You've given me more draft analysis than I've been keeping up with, so that's good.
It really shows how much I miss football.
Yeah,
It's
I
been
mean,
1 week.
Give me more football. It's been more than 1 week for Titans fans.
Yeah, but we're used to it, so.
Yeah. So I also heard a thing today. It was like FanDuel rated Will Levis the number 32 quarterback.
Yeah,
Well,
they rated him behind guys who haven't been drafted yet.
yeah.
yeah.
I
And
mean, that's just tomfoolery.
let me pull it up because there was one that pissed me off. I was like, really?
Is it JJ McCarthy?
I think so.
Yes, for the
That
Commanders.
that
Yes.
made me furious.
I was like, what are you talking? Or no, for
He's
the
not.
Falcons. For the
He's.
Falcons.
Go ahead, and I want to talk
No,
about JJ after that.
JJ McCarthy, like he's for the Falcons, not the
Mm-hmm.
Commanders. But
Yeah,
also being ranked behind Drake May is like, what are we doing here? Like,
I think that was just let's get some clicks. I think that's all it is.
also being a full 11 spots higher than Will Levis. That's crazy. I mean,
Golly.
FanDuel also put Michael Penix Jr. for the Broncos. So, I mean, Russ isn't staying, I don't think, in Denver. So,
Really?
I don't think so.
Is he? I don't know what his contract situation is. Is he a free agent, or are they going to trade him?
No, he is not a free agent. He is
I-
just, I don't know. I don't know why FanDuel didn't put Russell Wilson in this way too early rankings, but
I don't know. I don't
yeah.
care.
Also, Brock Purdy just went to a Super Bowl and is like middle of the pack.
Yeah,
That's going to be the narrative for Brock Purdy forever now.
unless he wins a Super Bowl, and then it will
Yeah.
be: is he the worst quarterback to win a Super Bowl?
Yeah.
So I mean, he's never going to, unless he wins an MVP, which probably won't happen. No disrespect, that's just a very hard thing to do. He's never going to escape that.
Yeah.
Now, did you say MVP or NVP for Nickelodeon?
I mean,
This-
both are very prestigious honors.
mm-hmm.
I said MVP, but MVP,
Okay.
I mean, some say that's harder to win.
Some
Yeah.
would say that is harder to
I
win.
mean, how many does Lamar Jackson have?
I don't know. Does he have 0?
Yeah, sure. We'll run with that. Mitch
I can-
Trubisky greater than sign Lamar Jackson because Mitch Trubisky won an MVP.
I can tell you that Will Levis has more NVPs than most of those quarterbacks on that list. So
That's right.
that the disrespect there is that's just kind of wild that like
I think it's
like I'll give it to him, but like they might be taking injury into account for this because he probably will get injured next year. just the way that he plays. Like he's
Like a
he's
dog.
very aggressive, yeah, and he loves to tackle with his face and just run into guys, but he does it for the team, which is great. But yeah, I mean, maybe that's what they're putting in there, but I think 30 the last to be in dead last, that's kind of wild.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's like it means nothing because it's too stupid to
Yeah.
really get mad over. I'm more mad that I mean, people think that JJ McCarthy is going to be a starting quarterback in the NFL next year. That's not happening.
Nah.
Like
I
he's
mean,
not.
yeah.
He might start out being one. He will not finish the season as a starting quarterback unless like he goes somewhere and he gets brought in for like weeks 15 through 16 or 18 on like a dumpster fire franchise.
I mean,
He will not be a full-time starting quarterback next year. He's not very good. He's not. Like he is good. He is a fine
He's fine.
quarterback.
He's fine.
And there's nothing wrong with that. But he's not. I mean, I've seen multiple mock drafts with him in the top 10.
this is
What?
this is bringing me back to the Will Levis conversations we had this time last year, though.
Oh,
Yes.
And we were all three dead fucking wrong.
And I've never been more happy to be wrong. But
yeah.
if we want to throw it back, year before that, I also said Malik Willis was going to be garbage, and he was. So.
Okay, so 1-1.
So
I'm saying people were
1-1.
saying Malik Willis could be the like first round draft pick, and I was like, this guy fucking blows. And so
It's just funny. Like we drafted him, and you were like, "I am now a Malik Willis guy."
Like,
I
yeah,
mean,
you have to be.
yeah, I had to be. I didn't have. I couldn't just back off my take immediately.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
after
I guess you didn't back off your take immediately with Will Levis.
no, after that Falcons game, I was like, this is my king. Like I am all in.
Yeah.
He is the truth. He is
Yes,
the
I
future.
have taken back. I don't know. I take it back. I admit I was wrong so far about all the negative things I said about him leading up to him being drafted.
We
Dude.
said some things.
Oh, I said he hadn't. I said he just wouldn't be an NFL quarterback. So, yeah. But.
And look at that MVP, man.
Does Lamar Jackson have an MVP?
I don't
don't
know.
think. I don't
I have
think
to
so.
look this up.
He might. He might. I have no idea.
List
I
of
want to
MVP.
say that he does.
He probably does.
Maybe. I don't know.
Who has the most MVPs, do you
Oh
think?
my god. Does anyone have multiple?
I feel like they gotta.
Does anyone have a list of MVP winners?
I think Sean is working on it. From the
Just typed in Lamar Jackson MVP, and
Oh,
it
no.
says people also ask, is Lamar Jackson related to Samuel L. Jackson?
Well, that wasn't
That
Is he?
wasn't
not
what
part
I
of the
was.
search there.
I don't think so.
Just saying.
Big Nate announces Lamar Jackson is MVP of Week 14, 2013 season.
Shit. Okay. Well,
13?
Week 14. I'm sorry.
do they give those out weekly?
I don't know.
I don't care. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
It's a massive award. It's a quarterback award.
Yeah, we really got onto this MVP thing.
Or maybe Derek. Maybe Derek has.
I think Derek
MVP.
has one. I think I remember that.
Yeah.
I'm surprised there's not like a Wikipedia page. Just
Yeah, there should be a database.
Yeah.
Should be on their Pro Football Reference page.
That'd be wild.
Just
Oh,
imagine
here
some
it is.
old head like, what the hell is an MVP?
Okay, I found it.
You found it.
Here we go. Yeah.
Give me the goods. Give me the good Sean.
Well, there's a lot of them, but I'm
Oh.
trying to see if there are multiple winners.
Give us
Like
some.
you asked.
Yeah, if there are any multiples or if there are any weird ones.
I know Mitch Trubisky got one
Yeah, because
because of his
just
last
like
name.
everyone was just like, "Oh, we got the guy."
I think he got it when he lost a game against Baker Mayfield and the Rams.
How the hell do you know this?
I think it might have been a Christmas game.
and he won the MVP
Yeah, because
on a
his name is
losing
funny.
team.
Yes, because his name was funny.
Well, this is a fraudulent award. I protest MVPs.
I don't see Mitch Trubisky on this.
Mitch definitely has one. I know he has one.
He is not on here, Will.
I could have sworn he had one.
He's had one because I remember watching a game and everybody was like, everyone loves his name, Trubisky. It's funny. So they voted for him. All the kids voted for him because it's a funny name.
He does not have one. I am looking at the winners. I've Control F'd the entire page. Mitch Trubisky does not come up.
No, he won it. I'm looking at an article right now.
What?
Let's go.
He beat after beating the Saints in the first round of the 2020 NFL playoffs. By a score of 21-9, he was named MVP.
Cool. I was wrong about the game, but I knew he had
Oh
one.
no, they lost 21-9. Excuse me.
Yeah, they won. They lost.
I think that was his last game with the Bears.
Yeah, I think yeah.
I think it was 2020 because
I knew it was a losing effort. I knew he lost.
That's wild. That's so funny.
What year?
2020.
Oh, okay. I only have 2021 through 24 when the award became like a weekly thing.
When it became recognized by the
Yeah.
NFL.
I think the weirdest one I found was the entire Buffalo offense got one for the Super Bowl wildcard weekend in 2022 when they smacked the Patriots around the field.
Through a perfect game,
wow.
essentially. They scored on every drive. Gosh,
I mean,
this is a fraudulent award. If we're just giving it to everyone, it's a participation trophy at this point.
Yeah, and week 17, 2022, 2023, the award was not given because DeMar Hamlin.
out of respect.
They could have just given it to him.
Yeah, I know. Right?
He's got to have something to put on that trophy case.
Give him something.
If anyone deserved it, it was him.
I mean, not good enough for comeback player of the year, but or an MVP, I guess.
Yeah. God, this dude's just getting shanked left and right.
Hell yes, MVP.
Oh
God. The MVP has been given to 2 kickers and 1 head coach.
Hey, okay, this is we just giving this to everyone.
Would it help if the head coach was Dan Campbell?
Okay, that helps.
That's fair.
Okay.
That's fair.
There you go.
He's the only one I can imagine deserving that.
The only one I imagine being super stoked.
Yeah, he probably. Yeah. I'm surprised he didn't retire after that.
Yeah, he probably cried.
Yeah, honestly.
I just
love
like
this guys. This game is so beautiful.
I just love football.
That dude does love football.
Football guy. Definition.
He gets emotional just talking about it. It's crazy.
I saw some quote from Goff talking about Campbell was yelling at them in like a team meeting.
Saw this.
And he had a tooth fly out of his mouth while he was screaming. And Goff said he just picked it up, put it back in, and just kept screaming at him. didn't acknowledge it, never acknowledged it. Not even like after the film session or whatever, be like, damn, that was crazy. Just like put it back in and kept putting boots to asses.
Could have could have been a Zen. I don't know. Teeth
Yeah,
teeth
that's what I was thinking.
could
Like,
little white
That's
thing, little white
actually, yeah, that's
could have been
possible.
a Zen. But I do think Campbell is more of a backy kind of guy.
Just straight, yeah, just
he's a he's
winter
a
green
pack a
long john.
day. He's a
Yeah,
pack a day kind of guy. Most definitely.
Can of backer. Get a
All right,
piece.
let's stop talking about the NVP because
yeah. I'm tired of talking about that.
because it's ridiculous. The more that I look at this list, it's just more ridiculous.
It's a sham.
I won't say that because we talked so highly of it, but it is it is ridiculous.
Okay. Moving on from the MVP discussion. I know I didn't really pay attention to the NBA All-Star game because the Great White Hope Mac McClung was not a part of it, so wasn't as fun. Definitely didn't watch, didn't pay attention at all. Did any of you guys pay attention
To the game itself.
to
No,
anything All-Star related
Well, I mean, Mac McClung, he won the dunk contest.
this year again?
Yeah.
I didn't even know.
Yeah.
I
That's why
looked
I
like a
thought you were just
fool.
talking about the game. Yeah, yeah, he won it again. Um, he was the only one who really did anything cool. The dunk contest is a sham.
Is it do you think it's hard to find new dunks though?
Yes, it definitely is, but I've seen also like or like clips from just like guys at like a park or some other like random dunk contest doing shit I've never seen an NBA player doing a dunk contest. So it's like, yes, it is hard to come up with new dunks, and I think that is part of it. But also the ones they were doing, other than McClung, he did actually have some cool ones, and I think Jacob Toppin had a cool one. But other than that, it's like Jalen Brown jumped over like a 5'4" Twitch streamer who was sitting down, and everyone was like, this this sucks. Like less than 10 years ago, we had Aaron Gordon jumping over a mascot, and he didn't even win. So yeah, I
Didn't
mean,
the
what
Blake Griffin like jump over a Kia Soul?
he jumped
yeah,
over the hood of a Kia, and a lot of people have been bringing that up lately, like being like, "Oh, we had guys jumping over cars." It's like when that happened, he got clowned for it because when that car got brought out, everyone's like, "Oh, he's gonna jump over a car. This is gonna be awesome." And he jumped over the hood, and it was like, okay, that was still cool, but it wasn't what we thought you were gonna do.
Yeah.
So people bringing that back up as like like an all-time dunk contest moment. I was like, no, I remember in high school, and people were like, no, that wasn't even that impressive. But if you did that today, like if that had never happened and you did that with today's dunk contest, yeah, it'd be the greatest thing ever seen compared to what some of these guys were doing.
Okay. Um
I remember
but
watching that Blake Griffin dunk, and I was like, I think God, that was so long ago. I was probably a teenager, but like, I was like, oh man, he's gonna jump over a car, cool. And then like he just jumped over the hood, and I was like, he didn't really jump over the car.
Yeah,
He
it was
jumped.
like he
He
probably
like,
that's probably what he does like in a game, like getting that high. So it wasn't
yeah,
it was like it was visually impressive, like it was cool, but it was like when he brought out the car, it was like, oh shit. Like we're
yeah.
gonna see something awesome. And it was like,
That's
oh, okay. Like it was cool, but
that's also how I felt when Michael Phelps tried to, or they said he was gonna race a shark.
oh, don't even get me started on that bullshit. Fuck
That's
that.
two of the biggest disappointments in sports.
No, that Phelps thing was that was the worst.
Yeah, that was so overhyped. That was so dumb.
I was
But
so mad. I was so excited for that, and it was just like it was like an hour and a half long, like, program leading up to it, and I remember being at my buddy's house, we're having a few drinks, like, about to fucking see Michael Phelps race a like, this is gonna be awesome. And then it was like, here's a minute and a half of Michael Phelps racing the computer simulation of a great white shark and credits. And I remember being like, wait a minute, what? That was the biggest robbery I've ever seen. Fuck you, Discovery Channel.
um, but I don't know if I think they only did this for like the skills competition, but the NBA's like LED court was cool. I did enjoy that a little bit.
I have heard that the court was cool.
I didn't love it for the 3-point contest just because it was lime green.
Yeah,
But
I
other
get
than
that.
that, I did think it was pretty cool. It was a very cool concept, I thought. When I first saw that they were doing it, I was like, "Oh, I don't know about this," but it was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was I the way that the NBA like did this All-Star weekend, they seem like a tech conference. Like they seem like a tech company now. Like cuz they also introduced like the NBA AI thing. Did y'all see that?
No. What is that?
It's like some AI program that can turn any NBA game into like different art styles. Like Adam Silver was up there and he was like, "Hey, show me the Nuggets versus the Warriors in like a Spider-Man style." And it like transformed the game to look like the Across the Spider-Verse like kind of movie. And I was like, this is crazy.
That is pretty wild. I
So
didn't see
it
that. That's pretty wild.
I'll
Wow.
try to find that and show that to you later. But yeah, I just kind of felt like the NBA was just like, hey, look at all this new stuff we have, basically,
The
this whole
players don't
weekend.
give a shit, so we're gonna
Yeah,
distract you with all of this, all of our shiny toys.
yeah, it was like a big shareholders meeting almost. Like it was like, hey, look at this,
Yeah.
invest in the NBA. So
Hmm.
that's kind of my two. I didn't watch a single second of like the game. I
I
saw a
saw,
few highlights of the skills stuff, but
yeah,
other than that, I really didn't give a shit.
I saw a clip of Luca pulling up from about 75 feet, and I was like, okay, like, it, pretend to give half a shit.
Did
For
it make
me,
it?
no. It might have hit the backboard.
Okay.
I
Was
just
it
like,
was it like at the end of like a quarter or a
no,
oh.
It's
inbound
just
of the
like
ball, Chuck.
just like in the middle of the game. I did
Oh, it
see
was like
that clip. Yeah.
beginning of the second quarter. Yeah.
He
It's
just
like
threw it up. He was like, ah.
I was like, man, that was like the game personified. It was like nobody gives a fuck about this, and I don't really blame them. But like, damn, it's just a shame.
I had kind of this thought like a week or two ago, and it was like I kind of I feel like I kind of get if like NBA players don't give a shit. I think it's because like the game of basketball is such like a pickup game. Like you can just play a game of basketball. Like it's a little bit different with football because there's two real sides, and it's different from hockey because everyone has to have sticks. There has to be a puck, has to be a goalie. But like with basketball, you just need a ball and a hoop. It so I don't know. It's kind of like the vibes around basketball are like just playing a game pickup, you know, just 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 like playing a game. I don't know. It's like basketball. The game of basketball is more like just, I guess, a game than more of a game than like football or like hockey. I don't know. Does that make sense? Am I talking about my ass?
No, I get what you're saying, but I saw like also play some sort of defense. It's all like for the All Star game because like nobody like and I get it. Like you're just out there to have fun with your fellow multi-millionaires. But like I get both sides. Like I get not wanting to go all out because yeah, if you're Giannis and you're third place in the East, you can make a run at a title and you tear your ACL in the All-Star game. Yeah, that fucking sucks. But don't expect me to give a shit about it if you don't give a shit about it.
That makes a lot of sense.
And that's
I mean,
kind of
like,
like the
same thing with
NFL
the NHL.
just the NFL just gave up. And I kind of respect that. They're like, yo, the Pro Bowl sucks, so it's gone. We're gonna make it play dodgeball and flag football, and I kind of respect that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
It
mean,
looks like they are having more fun
Yeah,
than
yeah, it
yeah,
definitely
so
does.
and
except
it's
the
also
MLB All-Star. That's always going to be fun.
that's always fun because they actually like the game isn't that much different.
Yeah.
Like you still have to like you can't just have like if you half-ass in baseball, it's the most boring thing ever. Like, because nobody's gonna it'll be 0-0.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's kind of just like a normal game of baseball, the All Star game, and the hockey All Star game is awesome because it's like the 3-on-3 tournament. Again, not even an actual All Star game because I remember I can't remember what year it was, but I think like Philip Forsberg scored like 5 goals and the team lost. And it was something like someone's like one team scored like 17 goal like when they had like the actual just the game, not like the 3-on-3 thing.
Mhm.
And the NHL was like, okay, we're done. we we got to redo it. And like the NBA is still the only sport that is just hanging on to their god awful All Star game.
Yeah, I
What?
mean, I expect them to, move on soon, honestly.
I
Like
mean, there's
from their
nothing that I mean, I they just have to get rid of it. Make it a make do like a 3-on-3 like basketball game or something like that.
yeah.
There's like
Just-
half court pickup game. That would be cool.
Yeah, just something that kind of opens it up.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's tough to get. You're right. It is tough to give a shit about the All Star game when it's like this game doesn't matter. I'm not gonna go all out and hurt myself
And it's in the
for a
middle of their
game that doesn't matter.
season. So
Yeah, like this
if it was
shit.
at the end, you could be maybe get a little bit more effort. Maybe well, I guess Pro Bowl is an example of definitely not. But yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, I just don't know how to fix it.
Yeah, it's tough to make them give a shit. I mean, maybe if you give them some money. I think they did that. They tried that with the NHL All Star. I think it's like you if you win the All Star tournament, then you all split like $1 million, or you all get $1 million. I don't know. I can't
I
remember.
I
mean,
think they
even like
split it.
how much is like Giannis making per year? Like $40 million. I don't think you can really give them
An
like maybe
incentive.
yeah, maybe like a million each, maybe would make them care. But like any more than that, I feel like this is a bit ridiculous. Like you're gonna be like, we'll give $10 million each. I'm like, okay, fuck you.
go go turn this game into into the Toy Story universe.
Ooh. On like if they had the same game like that we saw on whatever Saturday Sunday night, but in the Toy Story verse, I'd check it out.
Oh yeah, check it out. Put this in the universe of Saving Private Ryan.
Jesus.
I did think of a way to make the dunk contest cooler. I don't know if actually almost definitely will never do this, but should give them trampolines.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Make it like a 14-foot hoop or whatever the slam ball regulation hoop is, and just give them trampolines.
That
I think
is
that'd be sick.
that is a fantastic idea, but that is the easiest way to get hurt.
But
yeah.
like
If you're super high up and you
Yeah,
come crashing
that
down,
is and also just like the initial like bounce of the trampoline can like mess you up.
I'm just trying to think of like I'm sure there were probably a lot, but watching slam ball back in the day, how many guys
Mhm.
just I mean, it was a pretty much a contact sport, so I remember guys getting hurt that way, but I don't remember anyone just like going for like right on the trampoline and like boom, ACL gone. Definitely very risky. They won't ever do it.
I'm
But
just saying, like
also
you
like what the
see,
fuck does Mac McClung have to play? Like, oh no, my G League season is over.
Okay,
Like,
fair
if we're
enough,
gonna get a bunch
but
of like nobodies in it anyway, like who the fuck cares?
fair enough. All I'm saying is I've seen, like people tear their ACLs celebrating, like just like getting up, and so
Well, then why do
it's
anything?
crazy. I know. I don't know, but I'm just saying.
No, I get it.
I've
They definitely will never do it, but
Yeah.
I just thought that'd be awesome.
I mean,
something awesome that doesn't put them at in danger.
I mean,
Danger is fun.
we could put one of those foam pits like under it so they could land in that. How about that?
all right.
That's
I
a good
wasn't
idea.
knocking the idea. I was just saying that is a
No,
very
I
easy
get
way
it.
to get
Like,
hurt.
oh, I
I think
know,
that's a good idea. Foam pit. Who doesn't love a foam pit?
Oh, that's true.
Just jumping into a pit of foam.
Are you being
Have a grand old time.
Are you being sarcastic or?
No.
Oh,
Like jumping up from like when you're like 12 and you have your birthday at Pump It Up. No free shout out.
Is Pump It Up still a thing?
I have no clue,
I
but
don't
What's it
know.
say?
I don't know what
I
that
don't
is.
know.
I don't
It's
really
I
know
one
what
of
remember
that
those
is.
like
it being awesome.
it's one of those like indoor things, like a bunch of like a shit ton of giant inflatables. Like,
Oh, okay. Like a
yeah,
trampoline park. Like,
no,
Yeah,
not
sort of.
well, sort of, but with
Sort of.
like with no trampolines, just a bunch of inflatable, like big
oh,
ass inflatable slides, and one had
Like
I
an
remember,
inflatable basketball court.
yeah, one had basketball, one had like boxing. That was
oh,
cool.
okay. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's
I'm
still in
I'm all
business.
about a foam pit. If I can jump in a foam pit at 28 years old, I might just do it.
I
Let's
don't
go
think
find a foam pit.
I don't think I could get out of a foam pit, if I'm being honest.
If I tried hard enough,
Yeah,
I could do it.
it's not like a
I
pool where you have a ladder. You gotta fight your
uh,
way up,
you
man.
kind of
You
gotta
fight the
dig through those
foam.
things.
Yeah.
That's I don't No, I don't like foam pits. I don't like them.
I haven't been in one long enough to or like have an opinion, but I can see that being like it's fun, and then you like come back up and you're like, oh shit, like what? How do I get out of this thing? And then
Somebody help me.
an almost 30-year-old man, will be panicking.
Oh my god. You
Sorry,
guys.
and like a
I can't breathe.
6-year-old is just like,
I got you.
Help me.
grab my hand, mister.
I'm so drunk right now. Thank you, Johnny.
I won't forget what you've done for me here today. God.
Didn't think this gambling podcast would go to big ass foam pits today, did you? Didn't think
No,
we'd
I
get here.
mean, I think if anything, this just shows how much we miss football.
Yeah,
Just a little
I
bit.
miss football a lot. We've already talked about football.
I know. And there's not much else we can talk about at the moment.
Yep. Let's see. I haven't really been paying attention to hockey all that much, to be
Can,
honest.
can we do a brief, just to maybe close it out, talk about college basketball for a second? It
Yes.
just kind
Yes.
of like the drama that's been going on. Like we had so 2 nights ago, it was Texas A&M Commerce and Incarnate Word got in a brawl, like full on brawl, like fist fight during the handshake line.
Oh, is that the one where we tweeted out the video?
Yeah, it was, and the band was playing. It was so fun. I mean, it was funny. I don't think anyone got hurt, so it was funny. And then last night, UConn gets whomped by Creighton. And then Dan Hurley, the UConn coach, walking off the court's getting chirped by Creighton fans. Not even anything like bad. He wasn't getting like motherfucked or anything. It was just like, hey, well,
Suck.
I think some people were just like, welcome to Creighton or something like that. Nothing really that bad. And then he was like, I will knock you out. Like he
He's like,
threatened
I
to
will. He's like,
fight
I will end
children.
you.
Yeah. He threatened to fight kids.
He's a crazy coach.
Oh, no question. But like,
Drinks his
what
own
the hell
piss.
is going on?
Drinks his own
I
piss on
just
the sideline.
gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. But yeah, it's just been wild world of college basketball. This was just the last 3 days. That's why the
Yeah.
sport's amazing.
Anything can happen. And I remember I think it was sometime last week. Me and Sean were watching I can't even it was like Michigan State and someone else. And they there was like 2 minutes left in the game and we had Michigan State like +4 or something. Can you remember, Sean? Do you know what I'm talking about? And they cut away.
Oh, yeah, that
Yes.
was
Yeah.
it
The
was
CBS.
yeah, it was
Yes.
Michigan State and shit, who were they playing?
Is it Auburn?
Illinois?
Illinois?
I think it
Yeah, I
was
think it was
Illinois.
Illinois.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we had I remember that because I was watching it at the same time as y'all were. And yeah, we had Michigan State plus or minus something. And they were covering at the time, but it was only by like a few points. And
Yes.
they just, I think like Illinois scored and was like, all right, we're gonna cut away to our coverage of Kentucky Gonzaga, and that game hadn't started yet.
Yeah.
Yes. That was infuriating.
I was just watching like medicine commercials, and then it was like, all right, getting set for the tip off. I was like, this game hasn't even started.
Jesus.
Yeah. That's
luckily,
that.
luckily they covered. I would have been, oh, I would have been very, very upset if they had not covered, and I just didn't get. Well, I guess I would rather not see it, but that'd be two things that make me furious happening.
Yes. Yeah, that was and this is like right after the Super Bowl. It's me trying to get back into college basketball, actually try and like know what I'm doing when bracket time comes around. It just cuts away and I'm like, I didn't even get the full game here. What are we doing? What are we talking about?
Yeah, that was egregious. That's not normal like college basketball shenanigans. That's just CBS being a bunch of dipshits.
It's all about the money.
The game hadn't started yet.
The game wasn't over.
It was like the game wasn't over, and the other game wasn't beginning.
Happening.
Like, yeah, it wasn't happening. I guess I watched like 6 minutes of commercials, and then the game.
Yeah, that was brutal. Um, I think that's it. Is that all? Is that all we got?
Uh,
Sorry, I'm sweating a college basketball bet right now.
which
Okay,
one?
well,
Uh, Alabama, Florida.
Okay, we can go ahead and wrap it up because I'm nervous about that too. I don't think we should just be sitting here in silence.
No, it lost.
It's going to overtime, isn't it?
Yep.
Fuck. Okay.
It's
Okay.
85 to 85.
how many is
And
that?
we have that's
That's
170.
170,
And we
and it's
have
going to
under
overtime.
174 and a half. We need the worst overtime imaginable because we have the under.
It's
Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
Oh, it's a loser.
It's a it's a fucking loser. Whatever.
Well,
Well,
Okay.
whatever. Nothing
Well,
matters.
let's wrap her up.
Yeah. On that note.
Yep.
Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. Please check out the Trend Center app if you are gambling. It great tool for gamblers and bettors alike. Yeah, super helpful for the college basketball season. I don't know. I can't remember what opening day is, but as soon as the playoffs are over for the MLB and the NHL, it's going to be right into the MLB season, and it's going
I
to
think
be
it's like March 20th is the first game, but then you
that's
got like a,
crazy.
but then there's like a full week until the next one. So
Oh, that's
yeah, it's like the Dodgers and somebody are playing in South Korea, and then there's like a full week until actual opening day.
pretty wild.
Yeah,
I
it
did
is.
not know that.
Yeah, I don't know who they're
That's
playing,
kind
but
of
I know
cool
that.
though.
Yeah, I know the Dodgers are playing in it. I couldn't tell you who they're playing, but yeah, it's in South Korea.
All right, good to know. Um, but yes, Trend Center has all the sports. Great for trends. Great for sports with long seasons, like NBA, NHL, college basketball, MLB. Um, yeah, that's it. That's all we got. Please like, comment, subscribe. Really helps us out interacting with this any way that you can. And we'll see you next week. There's three of us. Let's make some money. Woo. Woo.